Back in the day, companies used to give Christmas bonuses this time of the year. Not no more, baby. Unfortunately, instead of giving Christmas bonuses, companies are giving pink slips. These jobs ain't loyal. Let's get right into it. UPS in Oklahoma is laying off 300 employees. You heard me right. 300 employees at the UPS in Oklahoma will be laid off. Now, they're saying to make operations more efficient. Who knows what exactly that means? They could have to do with AI, but it could also be that they're laying off because people just aren't buying things that they don't need as much as they used to. You know, inflation is at an all-time high. The price of everything is through the roof. By the way, I'm Shantae Charles, and I teach moms how to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck by teaching them how to earn income independently from their jobs and how to master money management. Let's get right into it. Again, UPS is laying off 300 employees at their Oklahoma facility.
Hundreds of UPS employees learning they will be out of the job come the new year. The state unemployment office confirming the cuts.
Just hate this. In total, more than 300 people will be laid off. News 4 Spencer Humphrey has been asking why and looking into the resources available to those suddenly finding themselves looking for a new career at the worst time of year for it. Spencer?
Yeah, Kevin, the timing of this really is not great for those families just as we're heading into the holidays here. But the state's unemployment office.
Is there ever a good time to be laid off? I don't think so. Probably not, but it's definitely a terrible time to get laid off during this time of the year, holiday season.
It says they are ready to step in to help ensure these people never miss a paycheck.
While many employers might be giving a holiday bonus this time of year, we've learned UPS will be giving at least 300 workers in Oklahoma City something different, a trip to the unemployment office. UPS sending this.
And the unemployment office there is saying that they're going to make sure that the employees that are getting laid off don't miss a paycheck. But the fact of the matter is when you get unemployment, it is not 100% of your salary, the salary that you made prior to getting laid off. It is a percentage. So they're going to be getting a check, but it definitely is not going to be for the full amount of what they were getting paid on a regular basis.
Noticed the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission last week, informing the state they'll be laying off 304 employees at this Oklahoma City distribution center, writing they'll be separated from employment by January 15th as part of a company-wide reduction in force. We only know that because the OESC provided us that document. When we reached out to UPS directly, they refused to tell us how many employees were losing.
So they're saying a company-wide reduction in force. So that means that more layoffs are going to come from UPS. It's not going to be just the Oklahoma facility.
Losing their jobs, instead telling us, as part of our Network of the Future initiative, we're modernizing our Oklahoma City UPS facility and will partially close the facility on January 15th, 2025. Our employees are extremely important to us, and we are working to place as many employees as possible in other positions. We remain committed to working with them throughout this transition and providing support. Also adding, this temporary partial closure won't impact customer service. But according to the documents UPS filed with the OESC, regardless of the temporary plant closure, the layoffs will be permanent. So we asked UPS if they're replacing those.
See how they gaslight? These companies gaslight, claiming it's temporary, but it's actually a permanent layoff.
Jobs with automation. They wouldn't answer that question. Whether or not that's the case here, OESC officials say automation is a growing reason people are finding themselves on the job market.
You know, there's some things that there's certain occupations and types of work that are just kind of fading away, unfortunately.
Spokesperson David Crow says OESC has specifically designed programs to retrain people whose professions have become obsolete with new, more in-demand skills.
We're going to be able to connect you with training to help you out of that situation so that you can get into something that.
So bottom line is AI is most likely replacing some of those jobs. They'll have robots to handle packaging, loading the trucks, things of that nature. Jobs are getting replaced by a robot. These jobs ain't loyal. The company's main concern is turning a profit. Of course, if a company doesn't turn a profit, there's no need of them being in business. And the higher ups, their main concern is keeping the stakeholders and the stockholders happy. The people on the front line, they're the last on the totem pole when it comes to being concerned about them. These jobs ain't loyal. It is imperative that we get out of consumer debt, that we lower our expenses, increase our income, and have more than one source of income. So in the event that if we get laid off, if you get laid off, it's not going to put you in the homeless shelter. You're not going to be out on the street because listen, the truth is the majority of Americans, we are one paycheck away from being homeless. The majority of Americans, we are in debt up to the wazoo. We are living paycheck to paycheck. But I implore you that if that is you, get on a budget, be diligent about getting out of consumer debt, get to the point where all you have to worry about paying is your rent and or your mortgage and bills that you cannot avoid every month, such as your gas bill, your light bill, insurance on your car, things of that nature. Get out of consumer debt, stay out of consumer debt, and get an additional source of income that's not tied to your job, because there is no job that is immune to layoffs, not even if you are in a union. You know, back in the day, the union, being in the union, having a union job, used to have some clout. But child, please, not these days. Being in the union does not matter. You are still subject to getting laid off. So get out of debt, get an additional source of income. If you're looking for a business that you can start that is recession resilient, senior care is the perfect business to get into. It is a $400 billion industry, and you can get a piece of the pie. How? By starting a non-medical in-home care agency. You do not need experience in the medical field. You don't have to be a certified nursing assistant, a nurse, or a doctor to start a non-medical in-home care agency. Again, it is recession resilient because by the year 2030, there will be 70 million baby boomers here in America. And as people age, they are more than likely going to need assistance with activities of daily living. And that's where you come in. By starting a non-medical in-home care agency, you can employ people to go out to the homes of those people that are elderly and in need of help, and the disabled that are in need of help, that want to remain independent out of the nursing home and remain in their own home. And the good news is that it allows you to get paid even when you're home, when you're asleep, when you're at your kid's doctor's appointment, what have you. You no longer have to worry about, oh, am I going to have enough time to take off from work? Am I going to get reprimanded because I didn't have vacation time? I didn't have any more PTO time? Am I going to get reprimanded because I took off of work 3 days because my kid was sick, but I was out of sick time? You don't have to worry about that. When you own your non-medical in-home care agency, once you get your processes and system in place and you hire people, you're going to earn income even when you're asleep at your doctor's office, kid with your kid, or even out of the country, because you're going to send people into the homes of the individuals that need your help, and you're going to get paid while someone else is doing the work. Again, senior care is a $400 billion industry. It is recession resilient because the more people age, the more likely they're going to need help with activities of daily living to help them remain independent in their own homes and out of the nursing home. If you would like more information on how to start a non-medical in-home care agency without buying into a franchise, go to my website, charlesbusinessacademy.com, and check out my free webinar Home Care 101 is going to tell you about the profitability of starting a non-medical and home care agency. Until next time, be blessed and a prosperous future to you.